Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know, we spend a lot of time exploring the vast universe out there, but there's a whole other universe tucked away inside each of us. The universe of language. And at the center of that universe is your mother tongue, the first language you ever learned. Now you might think, okay, I speak my native language, what's the big deal? But it's a much bigger deal than you might realize. It's not just about being able to communicate. Your mother tongue fundamentally shapes who you are, how you think, even how you dream. It's like the cosmic microwave background radiation of your mind, this lingering echo from the Big Bang of your own personal development. So, over the next few minutes, we're going to journey into the fascinating world of linguistics, psychology, and even a little bit of neuroscience to uncover the profound impact your mother tongue has on your life. Get ready because things are about to get really interesting. So let's start with something pretty basic, speaking well. Now we all know someone who can effortlessly switch between languages, right? They make it seem so easy, like they were born knowing how to conjugate verbs in 7 different tenses. But here's the thing, a lot of that linguistic dexterity can be traced back to their mastery of their mother tongue. Think of it like this. Your first language provides you with a mental framework for understanding how language itself works. You learn about grammar, syntax, sentence structure, all without even realizing it. It's like building a house. Your mother tongue lays the foundation. And once you have that solid foundation, it becomes much easier to add on, to build upwards and outwards as you learn new languages. This isn't just some random theory either. There's a ton of research out there that shows a strong correlation between proficiency in one's mother tongue and the ability to learn additional languages. So if you're struggling to pick up a new language, don't get discouraged. Instead, maybe spend some time really honing your skills in your native language. You might be surprised by how much it helps. Now, let's get a little bit more cosmic and talk about the brain. You see, your brain is this incredibly complex network of billions of neurons, all firing away, making connections and forming pathways. And guess what? The language you speak, especially your mother tongue, actually influences the physical structure of your brain. It's true. Studies using brain imaging technology like fMRI have shown that people who speak different languages often exhibit variations in brain activity, particularly in areas associated with language processing. For example, the way your brain processes grammatical structures, identifies subtle nuances in meaning, even how it stores and retrieves words, can all be influenced by your mother tongue. This is because as a child, when you're first learning a language, your brain is incredibly plastic. It's like this super absorbent sponge soaking up all the sounds, patterns and rules of your linguistic environment. And those early experiences literally shape the way your brain wires itself for language, creating neural pathways that are optimized for your mother tongue. Chapter 3. The birthplace of ideas. Thinking in your mother tongue. Okay, so we've talked about how your mother tongue influences your ability to speak and even shapes the physical structure of your brain. But what about something a little more abstract, like the way you think? Well, get this. Your mother tongue can actually influence the way you generate ideas and solve problems. Think about it. When you're trying to come up with a new idea, or you're wrestling with a complex problem, what language do you think in? Chances are it's your mother tongue. And that's not just because it's the language you're most comfortable with, it's because the very structure and nuances of your native language provide a framework for your thoughts. For example, certain languages might emphasize different concepts or have unique grammatical structures that encourage specific ways of thinking. Some languages might be very direct and literal, while others might be more figurative and poetic. And all of these subtle differences can shape the way you approach a problem, the connections you make, and ultimately the solutions you come up with. Chapter 4. Dreaming in Tongues. Your subconscious speaks your language. All right, now it's time to get a little bit Freudian and talk about dreams. You know, that weird and wonderful world your mind conjures up when you're fast asleep. Well, believe it or not, your mother tongue can even influence the language you dream in. Now, of course, dreams are notoriously difficult to study. They're fleeting, often nonsensical, and let's be honest, how many of us can actually remember them in any detail the next morning? But anecdotal evidence and some limited research suggests that people tend to dream in their mother tongue. especially when the dream involves strong emotions, childhood memories, or significant personal experiences. Think about it, your mother tongue is deeply intertwined with your sense of self, your identity, your earliest memories. It's the language you first used to make sense of the world, to express your emotions, to connect with your loved ones. So it makes sense that when your mind is off on its own nocturnal adventures, your mother tongue would be the language it defaults to. Chapter 5. Beyond words, how language shapes behavior. We've covered a lot of ground here, from the practical aspects of speaking to the deep psychological implications of dreaming in your mother tongue. But there's one more fascinating aspect we need to touch on, how your mother tongue can actually influence your behavior. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hold on, Neil. Are you saying that speaking French will make me start wearing berets and drinking wine? Well, not exactly, but the rhythm, the intonation, the cadence of your mother tongue can subtly influence your communication style, your body language, even your sense of personal space. For example, some languages are naturally more melodic and expressive, with speakers using a wider range of vocal inflections and gestures. Others might be more reserved and understated, with an emphasis on clear, concise communication. And these subtle differences, ingrained in us from childhood, can unconsciously shape the way we interact with the world around us. So there you have it. We've journeyed from the outer reaches of the cosmos to the inner workings of the human brain. And what have we discovered? That your mother tongue is far more than just a way to communicate. It's a fundamental part of who you are, influencing your thoughts, your dreams, your very behavior. It's a reminder that even in our increasingly interconnected world, where multiple languages and cultures collide and coalesce, there's something profoundly powerful about our first language, that initial spark that ignited our linguistic journey. It's a connection to our past, a reflection of our identity, and a powerful tool for shaping our future. So the next time you speak your native language, take a moment to appreciate its complexity, its beauty, and its profound impact on your life. And hey, if you learned something new today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-expanding explorations.